Hi everyone. Remember my antique quilt that I want to fix up? Well, I said I was going to do circles on it. So I thought I would show you guys how to make the circles. So first of all, you need to cut some circles. And my preference is not to cut full circles like imagine this is actually a circle shape, whatever. If you put that like inside, it's really hard to get out. So my preference instead is to cut these kinds of circles with holes in them, see? And then you can just easily remove them after you have sewed it and ironed it. See, iron. Okay. There you go. And these are circles. Now, you might think, well, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to sew it? Why can't I just iron it? And the thing is, look, see, you go to try and iron it, and then you're trying to like do this, and then you're trying to do this, and trying to do this, and like you're gonna burn your little fingers trying to get a circle. And then even, see, then you're gonna have these little pointy parts, and it's actually not gonna stay this way. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's just not gonna, and then look, it's got like circles. So it's just not gonna work. That's not how you do it. So the way you make a circle is you take, let me move that iron before I burn myself over for a second. You just take anywhere. You got a knot in it, in your thread. And then double it over here. Because when you start, you don't want it to pull through. You want to have a good doubled start. And then you just, it doesn't even matter if they're exactly symmetrical or anything. You just sew all the way around it. Now, I put a pin in there just to hold my paper there while I was doing stuff. You don't have to leave your paper in. You can just throw your paper down. If you're not doing a bunch of sizes, the paper, like I'm doing a bunch of different sizes. I don't know if you can see that. Like this one, and this one, and this one, and that size, and a bunch of little ones, and different colors, and whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so you just keep sewing all the way around, and again, you're not going to the very edge because you'll rip it out. That's all. You're just going around. And I have my circle drawn inside so that I could cut bigger than my circle when I trimmed it off the fabric. And I don't know if you can see this, but I just guesstimated. Like, I totally didn't like measure it out or anything because this is all going to be on the back. As long as you've got like something to sew it down, it's fine. Okay, see, like that. You just keep going all the way around. All the way around. And then wherever you've looped it in originally, you go there too. Why? Because that's how I found it works best. And then you just put your little circle right back in, and you can line it up where you penciled your thing in. If you didn't pencil your thing in, that's fine. You just put it in the middle. You don't have to pencil your thing in. So you just kind of do that. And then that's why it's doubled. I don't know if you can see that. I doubled my thread. It's not a single thread because you don't want your thread to break. So then you push it down. You double check it a couple of times. Does it look tight? And you kind of want to do it slightly tighter than you think. So it's kind of like wrinkly a little bit. It's fine. Just trust me. You don't want to do it till it lays perfectly flat. You want to go slightly past flat. And then you just tie it off, making sure not to hit the front. Like, don't accidentally sew the front, because you're wanting all your stitches to be hidden in the back. And then you tie it off. None of this is important for later. And then you iron it. And remember, it's still got its paper in it. Iron, 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 iron. Use a hot iron. This is actually not a great iron. You can see it's got like things wrong with it. This is my laundry room iron, not my actual sewing iron. It's fine. If you sew, you know. You usually have like a really nice iron, because you gotta constantly be pressing hems and stuff. But I just pulled out what was in my laundry room. It's my laundry room iron. Okay, so then you take the little thing out and see how nicely that pulls out. And if you accidentally did sew down, whoops, see, I accidentally did make a stitch there. It's fine, because you can just rip it out. You shouldn't do that though. You should try and make it so that it's not sewn in. And then you've made all of these circles. And they're nice and pretty. And none of these other circles I accidentally did that with. Oh, here's another one. See? See how it's kind of like not quite as flat? Because it's got the paper in it. I'm going to iron that down. Again. Iron it down again. And then you pull the little paper out. And I don't know if you're see, if you have like a full circle, it's hard to get out. Watch this. I'm going to put this in here. And then, whoops, I'm going to take the needle out. Again. And I've pre-sewn this one. So you can see, look at that. How are you going to get that paper out once you've sewn it flat? Like, I mean, I guess you can, but it's like, you're going to be sitting here like squishing, and you're going to mess up where you've ironed, and it's just so much easier to do it like with this. So it just bends and pops out. Trust me, so much easier. You won't fight it. And then, like I said, you just, this is one of them. I'm gonna make sure my line is lined up. Just pull it. This is another one that I sewed prior to starting so I could show you. See, look at that. You just pull it shut. Make it a little tight. Come back in. Doesn't even matter where. As long as you're not getting the front, because you're not supposed to get the front, people. And that last one that I tied, I did it badly. Probably because I'm on camera. And then tie it tight. And iron it. And the whole purpose of this is just to have a circle that's flat. And then you can come in here and pop this right here out. And there you go. You have a circle. And then when you go to sew it on, I can show you that real quick. So when you go to sew it on, the reason that you do it this way, well, maybe that's a bad color. Here, let me show you with a different color. So you can just go in right here to wherever you want to go in. Oh, well, wasn't that nice? I should probably put a knot. Me. Sometimes, you know, I get ahead of myself. You just put a knot so it's coming out like there. So it's kind of behind, but not like super behind. Yeah, because that's descriptive. And then you go in and you're just carefully not doing on the front. So you come out the back, then you go back in, you clip it like this, just on the back, trying not to show your stitches in front. Do a little diagonal move down here, and then clip it on the back of the fabric again. Oh, what did I do? Just tangled everything up. Don't do it that. Whatever I just did. Oh my. I have no idea how I just did that. Okay, well, don't tangle up your thread as you're doing this. Are you kidding me? There we go. Okay. And so you're just tacking it behind it. So the front has no stitches. So this is all just hand sewn on. And you're just watching as you go and making sure you don't what is... I have no idea what's happening. But anyway, my thread's real tangly. That's what you do. You just kind of tack stitch it on so that in the front you're not seeing it by going behind it. So you're just going in like this and clipping it. I hope that makes sense. Like, you just go in like that and then make sure it's pressed. See? And then when you look at it, you won't see any stitches in the front. You can see like one little one right there. It's fine. But from far away, you won't. And then it's just a little patch on top. So that's how I'm going to repair the quilt. And then later on, you quilt on top of it. So it's like, it'll be down. It's tied down. See? It'll be down. So that's what I'm going to do to my quilt. That's how I'm going to repair it. Put lots of little circles around it. And I'll be back.